Hey, I'm Callum, the founder of Podcrash, and today I want to show you what our brand new block update includes and how it works so you can understand how it might look inside your world. So welcome, this is my little house. In our world, yes, this is the super secret Podcrash realm. This is where we all play on and test our add-ons. I want to show you what farming, the block update, looks like, and most importantly to show you how it generates in your world. So before we get too far into this, we should explain how our new generation system works. Minecraft exists inside chunks. Every chunk is a small square of your world that loads every time you get close. We track which chunks you explore, and whilst you're exploring, we make some decisions. Think of it like we're rolling a dice. In every chunk, we're rolling a dice to see if we should spawn anything, and if we decide we will, then we also roll another dice to decide what we're going to spawn. We look at what's around you, what biome you're in, and we calculate the best thing to spawn around you. You'll see in this flat world example that as we fly across the world exploring the chunks, stuff is randomly generating but not flooding your world. If you load this update into an existing world, every chunk, regardless of if you actually explored it before this update, will count as unexplored to us. That's because we want to give you a chance to fill your existing world with the new trees and new plants. Once you explore chunks, they will never become unexplored. So future updates and new content will mean adventuring further and further. We think this makes it more fun, as we're going to be adding more and more crops in the future updates, now that we can reduce the lag on your farm. We see it like you're going to have to go out, explore foreign lands to find more and more varieties and bring it back to cultivate and grow. So now that we understand how it works and how it's going to work moving forward, let's look at the new stuff. All crops, bushes, plants and trees are 100% completely block based. I know, pretty awesome. That means crops are now affected by the random kick speed game rule. You can destroy crops with pistons, the fortune enchant will now work on our crops, and water will break your crops. Water breaking can cause some lag on some devices, so there's a setting to turn it off if you see that happening to you. Finally, when you're in creative mode, using bone meal on your crops will instantly grow them to their maximum state. In survival, it will cycle through each growth state. Crows. Yeah. You probably love them, or you hate them. However, we've completely reworked their behavior. They'll still destroy your crops, but they won't wipe out your entire field in 10 seconds. Yeah, sorry about that. Crows won't break your trees, but they will now break vanilla crops like wheat, so be careful. Moving on. Trees. I know you all love the 2D trees. Okay, maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but you'll be glad to know we have real trees. Yes, these trees are blocks with actual wooden logs and new leaves that grow fruit. Like regular Minecraft, if leaves become unsupported by the trunk of the tree, then they'll start to decay. I know, that's pretty cool, right? And then a final note on the leaves. You can place them yourself, and leaves that are placed manually will never decay. But as long as they're connected to the correct log, they will continue to produce fruit for all those farmers that love to automate their orchards. Leaves will also not naturally produce fruit if another leaf next to it already has fruit growing, but you can bone meal a leaf to force it. But before I get back to planting my new farm, I want to quickly tell you about a few points that the developers have told me I must not forget to mention. This new version will automatically update and replace all of your entity-based crops and bushes as you get close to them, but you do need to break and replant your trees. We can't do that right now, and you need to do it for us. In the next update, or maybe the one after that, we are going to be removing the entity-based trees and crops entirely. So if you don't replace and update the entity crops into blocks, you will lose them. If you want to see what's next, you, the farmers and chefs of our community, voted for the next update to be the Helping Hands update. We're going to be showing off some of the mechanics of these cute little spirits in our Discord, which you can join at discord.gg/podcrash or find in the description below. If you join, you can also be a part of the conversation for what comes after that update. So, with that, thank you for the amazing love and support you've shown towards not only farming, but also to our team of developers, artists, and designers. I hope you love the new block update, and we can't wait to show you what's next.